Welcome, fellow music voyager. Picture a midnight drive, rain freckles on the windshield, city lights sliding across the dashboard, while a velvet voice turns asphalt into silk. That voice belongs to Helen Folashade Adu, the artist the world knows as Sade. Tonight we travel from her first breath in tropical Ibadan to the hush of sold-out arenas, tracing how she learned to appear, captivate, and vanish without ever losing relevance. The twists are richer than rumor, so fasten your seatbelt and stay until the final note. Before we plunge beneath the spotlight, I need a quick favor. Tap the like button and subscribe. It costs you nothing. It tells the algorithm that thoughtful music stories still matter, and it guarantees you will never miss one of our deep dives. Your click is the fuel that keeps good scholarship alive. Thank you. The calendar reads 1959. In the university town of Ibadan, Nigeria, economics lecturer Adebisi Adu and visiting English nurse Anne Hayes celebrate the birth of their daughter, Helen Folashade. Political storms are gathering, and the marriage buckles. At 4 years old, Sade boards a rattling propeller flight to England with her mother and brother, trading tropical hibiscus for the muted greens of rural Essex. Money is scarce, but curiosity is abundant. On a battered transistor radio, she discovers pirate station Radio Caroline, drifting in from the North Sea. Donny Hathaway, Nina Simone, Ray Charles. They become her bedtime guardians, pouring soul into a stone-cold cottage. Fast forward to 1977. Punk's safety pins glitter on King's Road, but Sade enrolls at St. Martin's School of Art to study menswear tailoring. She learns a well-cut shoulder can tilt a person's confidence by 10 degrees, and that understatement can shout louder than neon. To pay rent, she models on weekends, gliding through basement clubs in tuxedos she has recut on the dorm sewing machine. Photographers capture the signature image, sleek ponytail, crimson lips, oversized gold hoops, that will one day grace magazine covers across 3 continents. Everything shifts on a smoky evening in 1980 when a classmate invites her to watch Pride, a 7-piece funk band rehearsing in a warehouse that smells of spilled lager. During a cigarette break, saxophonist Stuart Matthewman strums Bill Withers on a battered guitar. Sade hums a harmony so pure the room freezes. The band politely declines her offer to join, then phones back 2 weeks later when they realize no one else can match the tone. She becomes a backing singer, riding in a rusty van for petrol money and rehearsal sandwiches, learning stagecraft in sticky pubs and student unions. Between sets, she and Matthewman test quieter material, just guitar, sax, and voice. Crowds who came to dance stop talking and simply listen. One new tune tells the tale of a jet-setting heartbreaker. They call it Smooth Operator. By spring 1983, Pride collapses under its own weight. Sade, Matthewman, bassist Paul Spencer Denman, and keyboardist Andrew Hale break away and christen their quartet Sade. Cash is non-existent, so they persuade producer Robin Miller to let them use Powerplant Studios after midnight. In a haze of instant noodles, they record Smooth Operator and Your Love is King. Managers shop the tape across London. Executives pass, muttering that radio wants electronic drums, not minor key grooves. Rejection sparks ingenuity. Fashion journalist Robert Elms pens a glowing column. Jean-Paul Gaultier mails sailor shirts. The Face magazine puts Sade on its cover without her full name, amplifying mystery. A self-funded showcase at Heaven nightclub follows. 1,000 tastemakers queue around the block. Inside, 6 songs later, the applause feels tectonic. Epic Records signs the band within 48 hours, naming all 4 musicians as equal partners. Recording Diamond Life from February to May 1984 feels like summer camp in a concrete bunker. The band sleeps on sofa cushions, shares takeaway curry, and pursues the philosophy of less. Miller mutes instruments until only essentials remain. Denman's unhurried bass, Hale's Rhodes whisper, Matthewman's sax sigh, and Sade's conversational alto. She refuses acrobatic vocals, insisting that emotion lives in truer notes, not higher ones. Lyrics are written in block capitals on hotel stationery. Melodies are hummed into a pocket recorder so the band can learn by ear. Instead of fireworks, they craft candlelight. When Diamond Life drops, British journalists coin sophistipop and, less kindly, wine bar music. Tabloids focus on lipstick shades and rumored lovers instead of chord voicings. Sade, naturally introverted, grants fewer interviews. Silence becomes tabloid oxygen, breeding headlines that she is buying Fulham Football Club or adopting secret twins. None of which is true, yet the album sells 500,000 copies in Britain within 4 months and 4 million worldwide. Epic's United States team chooses patience. They service Hang On to Your Love to black radio programmers first, building credibility before unleashing Smooth Operator on Top 40. The strategy works. Smooth Operator climbs to number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, rules adult contemporary playlists, and becomes an early staple on the newly launched VH1. The Calm Storm crosses oceans. 1985 delivers a Brit Award for Best British Album, an Ivor Novello nomination, and a historic Grammy for Best New Artist, the first Nigerian-born winner in Academy history. That July, Sade stands on the Live Aid stage at Wembley Stadium, the sole female-fronted band on the UK roster, delivering Is It a Crime to 72,000 people and a global television audience. Her voice, barely above a hush, melts through summer air thick with feedback and charity slogans. Here lies the twist outsiders often label tragic. After each triumph, Sade steps away. Promise in 1985, Stronger Than Pride in 1988, Love Deluxe in 1992, then an 8-year silence until Lovers Rock in 2000, and another decade until Soldier of Love in 2010. Tours follow the same sparse rhythm, 84, 85, 93, 2001, and 2011. Each return sells out arenas and earns fresh Grammys, proving that scarcity can be a strategy, not a symptom of decline. Away from spotlights, she tends roses at a Gloucestershire cottage, shops at the village hardware store in muddy boots, and raises her daughter Ela. In 2018, Ava DuVernay requests a song for A Wrinkle in Time. Sade obliges with Flower of the Universe after 6 silent years. 2 years later, she records The Big Unknown for Steve McQueen's Widows because she respects his vision, not chart statistics. Strip modern gloss from today's playlist, and her fingerprints are everywhere. D'Angelo calls Diamond Life his North Star. Alicia Keys covers Love is Stronger Than Pride on tour. Frank Ocean tweets that her studio space is sacred. Hip-hop samples run from Rakim to MF Doom, while Rick Ross raps over a reworked Smooth Operator. Even Deftones vocalist Chino Moreno cites Sade's calm intensity when layering screams over downtuned guitars. Producers chasing lo-fi R&B still imitate her recipe. Human percussion, hypnotic bass, restrained chords, raw confession, rumor video thumbnails shout, what really happened to Sade? So sad. Let us puncture the fog. First, Sade Adu is alive and in good health, having recently celebrated her 65th birthday. Second, she has never been dropped by her label. She still records for Sony Music under the contract negotiated in 1983, a testament to foresight. Third, she has not retired. She releases music only when it meets her own standard, guided by authenticity rather than quarterly earnings. Finally, no hidden scandal drove her from the stage. Her greatest act of rebellion, in an industry built on oversharing, is the right to privacy. Sade's path offers 3 takeaways for anyone creating art or building a life. Lesson 1. Identity thrives on clarity. She understood her aesthetic from ponytail to minor 7th chord before she owned a microphone, so every photo and note felt coherent. Lesson 2. Rejection is data. Each no from a record label helped the band reposition their story until the market caught up. Lesson 3. Silence can be an amplifier. In an era that rewards constant content, strategic absence can protect both value and mental health. Most pop careers resemble fireworks. A bright burst followed by smoke. Sade's arc looks more like the phases of the moon. Consistent, cyclical, serene. She once said, "You have to be brave enough to go away." Perhaps her greatest gift is not only the songs we cherish, but the reminder that retreat can be as powerful as release. If this journey through Quiet Storm history moved you, share the video with a friend who thinks great music started yesterday. Subscribe and ring the notification bell so our next chapter finds you the moment it lands. In the comments, tell us which Sade track underscores your favorite memory and why. Your stories steer our future dives. Thank you for traveling with us. Stay smooth, stay soulful, and I will meet you in the next episode.